What's up peeps, welcome back to the garage. In the last video we started making this look more like a bike. We put that tail on and got the wiring figured out. I just got a bunch of new parts from Partzilla, some OEM stuff to finish up this tail. And I also got some goodies from Jersey. I was at a birthday party last weekend and after we cut the cake I was like, let me go get some air guys. Stepped out, immediately met up with a Facebook Marketplace dude.
Yes sir.
We got mufflers, license plate bracket. I'm at a birthday party in the city right now. Always on business, bro.
We lit.
Usually this is the first thing you'd want to take off when you buy the bike, but I have to do a salvage inspection once this bike is done in order to get the title from salvage to rebuilt. So unfortunately I need those things to pass it, but once I pass it I'll just take them off and put this setup that's already on here back. In the last video you guys might have noticed I look kind of stressed, and it's because I found a bend in this wheel. It's not catastrophic, we'll fix that. But I gotta take these off. I think it's a good time to adjust the suspension height as well. And other than that, I think it's time for me to stop talking and jack her up. All right, the front jack is being a little bit annoying, so we're gonna ignore it for now. I think the bike is just too low in the front, so I can't get underneath without putting too much pressure on the headlights. So we're gonna keep the back lifted up for now. I think that's all we need, to be honest. These are, wait, what the hell? What the hell, Yante? This kind of caught me off guard, but the bolts on the bike were Torx bits. It's funny because you tend to find these more in German vehicles, like Beamers and other headaches. I'm kind of scared to uncover this and see what's really broken. No! Yeah, these vents are cooked. Oh, that's mad annoying. I thought I was done ordering parts. Oh. You know what? These are cooked anyways, so might as well chop them off. Should I just knock this thing out? Nice, windshield off. Here's one side panel off. Okay, let's get the other one off too. And there it is. Huh. I've never seen this stuff attached to the air intake itself. That is interesting. Oh. Ah, there it is. So far, things are looking good. A lot of the big ticket items like the headlights seem to be okay. Had a minor scratch, but we Gucci. Alright, so finally took the fairings off. This is how she looks. It's interesting because I've never seen stuff mounted to the actual intakes themselves, because when you're in an accident, these things usually go first. So it's interesting that they use them as, not structural, but like it's kind of like support. Looks like there's a sensor in here too. Yeah, that is so interesting. Maybe it's like a rain catch? Anyways, so took this off. Of course, there's a nasty snap right there. I'm gonna look real quick how much these intakes are and how fast I can get one, more importantly. If it's terrible, if it doesn't look too good, then I might just have to JB weld this. No chunks missing, it's just a crack. This bike is so interesting. Like, I did not expect it to be so different. You'd think I'd watch a YouTube video or two before picking it up. All right, next up, let's take these vents off. Now that the headlights are removed, we have enough space to put the front jack in. This allows us to take the fender, brakes, and wheel off. Oh yeah. Nice. So now we got this lifted. This will allow us to take both the wheels off and just the ride height. Yay! The shaft is so dirty. Definitely needs some grease. And it was full of dirt. Also, check this out. See how this block is straight? That's normal. On the other side, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's crooked, almost as if this is turned sideways. I hope he wasn't riding like this, but I don't know what's going on back here. Time to bust out the big boy nuts.
The big boy nuts.
Oh! My leg! Yeah, this all needs to be greased up. This is crazy. I've never pulled out this dry before. Look at this baby. Cool, so both wheels are off the bike and it is literally just floating right now. It's like a Star Wars spaceship. I feel like this part of the build is kind of my favorite because it always looks so different than the final finished product. Like it barely even looks like a bike right now. Here I'm taking the original destroyed subframe and taking out the locking mechanism. It is now the next morning and we're going to continue stripping stuff. This is the metal bracket that held the old tire fender or tire hugger. Look how much sand is still in this bike. That is dirty. Gross. Even though this is all gonna get covered up by the new plastic crankcase cover I got, I'm still gonna clean it. Next, we'll take these bar ends off. I never really got the purpose of these. So right now I'm just replacing all the gold Torx bit bolts with my silver hex ones. To be honest, the gold looks nice. I just like this hardware better. I wish I had black, but silver should be fine. Okay, this is what we're working with now. Now let's raise the forks. I don't know what the stock ride height is, but I'm just going to lower it and make sure both sides are even. Moving on, I decided it was time to switch out the muffler. Here you can see the headers, the aftermarket mid-pipe, and the aftermarket muffler. Where the mid-pipe is usually where the cats are. At this point, the mid-pipe was really stuck, so I just decided to take the muffler off and see if the stock one would fit. Check this out, guys. I put the stock muffler on. It worked out well because these are the stock headers, but the previous owner cut the cat off and put a catless mid-pipe and then an aero exhaust like the muffler. But luckily our stock muffler still fits this catless mid-pipe, and I'm honestly surprised. I didn't expect that at all. So I was trying to take it off here at first and then realized I might as well just try it with this, and it actually fits. So that's kind of rare. I'm super happy because now I don't have to buy a full stock header just to pass the inspection. I can just put this muffler on and then after the inspection just take it off and then put the nice one back on. So super happy with that. I would consider that a win. We've also gone ahead and lowered the front forks. Try to get them measured up as close as possible. It's like a tiny bit lower than OEM. It's a tiny bit lower than stock, but it's pretty close. I think stock is up to like this line, pretty much flush, but I don't think it's too necessary. I kind of like how it sits like this. I want to lower the rear swing arm too, obviously, but the whole bike is currently sitting on the stands. So I can't exactly disconnect that without the whole thing falling. I need the jacks, but unfortunately our beamer is always jacked up, so it's being used. I gotta figure out what to do about that, but I think in the next video I'll probably take care of that. We changed all the hardware to silver. It looks a lot more OEM, which I kind of like that. Not that the gold was bad, but silver is the way. The only one I couldn't change is this one. Honestly, my Torx bit does not fit here with the wrench. I don't know how we put that on, but that's a later problem. Again, we didn't need the cats. This mid-pipe fits fine. The front, lowered the front forks close to OEM. Still a little bit lower, but I kind of like it this way. I took the cover off and cleaned it a bit, but I haven't put the new plastic cover back on. Just because there's a lot of sand inside. So once the wheels are back on, I'm going to give it a deep wash like inside the frame and just try to get all that sand out. Speaking of the wheels, here they are. I'm going to take both of these to a tire shop so that they can fix this bend in this rim right here. I think this is the bend, yeah. So it's not that bad, but definitely don't want to sell this bike with something like that. So once they fix this, I want them to rebalance the wheels, add some weights, and then mount the tires back on too. And then I'll give them the front wheels too, just in case, but I think these are fine. So I'll mount those up. We have to lower the back end of the bike still. Still don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll figure that out next video. So that leaves the body work. What color is this bike gonna be? I wanna leave that up to y'all. I have these fairings that came with the bike. They're honestly in good condition, so there's no point in me buying another set of fairings. I'm gonna take these winglets off. I kinda don't like that. I'll try to clean this up. But here's what I wanna ask y'all. The bike looked good with that white on it, so I kinda wanna do like a black and white type of thing. I'm gonna put some pictures up, some drafts that I photoshopped, so you guys tell me. So in the comments, tell me what color looks the best. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram story too, so go check it out. Hit the polls there. And what we're gonna do is take these fairings and wrap them. So let me know so I can know which color to buy. But yeah, next video, this bike should pretty much be done. Exciting, we're really close. Although it doesn't look like it at all. No, we're close. Let me know, guys. I'm really pulling my hair out. I feel like I like the red a lot. A lot of people have been telling me white, but my boy's Honda's red, so I kind of want to twin him. I don't know. I need your help, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. I've only been doing this for like 2-3 months now, and I already have 300 subscribers. I don't know if I call myself a YouTuber yet, but I'm honored that you guys would subscribe and watch me just mess around for a bit. It's mad cool. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next and last part of this rebuild. Peace.